This is Kat with Beadaholique, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to make the Tanzania bracelet. Now this features beautiful elements from Zola, and we are so excited to bring them into you from Beadaholique. So let me just start by showcasing this chain here, which is really one of the focals of our bracelet here. It's a beautiful little turquoise colored chain with these lovely little drops, and they're all nice and connected with little jump rings there. They are soldered closed, so we're going to be cutting those. But just to kind of showcase that chain, it's just really, really beautiful, and we sell this by the foot, so you'll get a nice, beautiful foot of chain. Now, I just pulled out a couple of little pieces here just so you can kind of see what the individual components look like. And these actually make really fun little connectors, so if you have any chain left over and you don't want to use it as a chain, you can use these as little connectors to make, let's say, a long earring or just various other things as well. So really great little tip there if you have leftover chain. All right, so this is the bracelet that we're going to be making here today. It features a very beautiful focal there with a lovely little elephant on it. And then we're going to be using two connector pieces to that chain, a nice little magnetic clasp in the back. So I have a little slight color variation that I'm going to be doing here today. So you can see that these are all Zola elements that I'm going to be working with here today. So I have this one here that has beautiful little white opal at the base there and a nice little sort of topaz in the back with turquoise and black. So it's a little color variation, but it's the same little component there. So a couple of different choices there depending on which color you like, but we're going to start by constructing the main little focal piece of our bracelet here. All right, so for tools, I have two pairs of chain nose pliers. One is a bent nose, but you can also, of course, just use two chain nose pliers. We're going to be opening some jump rings. And then later on, we'll be using our flush cutters. All right, so let's start. And I have some 4mm 20 gauge jump rings here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take one and I'm going to gently twist it to get it open there. And I'm going to add it onto my little elephant charm here. And I'm actually going to close that up. Make sure I have a nice flush close there, nice and even. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up another jump ring. Give it a nice little gentle twist there. And I'm going to hook it onto the jump ring of my little elephant there. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to add it to the loop that is closest to that opal side there. Or that little trio, if you will. If you're using the other color, it'll be that olive. All right, so now I have that section. So what we're going to do is we're going to take another jump ring. And we're just going to, again, just give it a nice little gentle twist. I'm going to attach it to the opal side there. And then I want to make sure that it's facing the right way. So I'm going to turn it around just because I'm right-handed here. So if you're looking at the piece like this, you want to make sure that you catch that jump ring right in the center there on that side. All right. And the reason I do this first is that way you don't have all that chain kind of in the way there, so you can make sure and see that your necklace, or I'm sorry, that your bracelet will lay properly. So if you can kind of see that, we have that middle jump ring going around there, and then our two on the side, and we have our three little trio opal or olivine in the center there. All right, so this is our main little focal component here. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take some chain. Now this is going to make about a 6.5 inch bracelet, but like I said, you'll get 1 foot of the chain. We're going to cut off 4 to make a 6.5 inch bracelet, but you can always cut off 5 and see how it works for you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut off 4 here. I'm just going to take my flush cutters and trim that jump ring. I'm not trimming the loops there, just trimming that jump ring that's in there. So that'll be one side. And I'm going to go ahead and repeat that to get my second side here. Coming in, just trimming that off. All right, little scraps of our jump ring there. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to just attach it with some jump rings. And again, these are 4mm 20 gauge jump rings. You want something that's nice and small, but is going to be sturdy. That's why we went with the 20 gauge. So I just hook it onto the outside of one of my components there, and then attach it to the loop of one of my chains. Close that up. And now we're just going to simply repeat on the other side. And every time you open and close a jump ring, just give it a nice little gentle twist, just enough to slip it onto your component. And then when you close it up, just take your time and get a nice flush even. You want it to look as though it's almost a closed jump ring. You don't want to see any open parts to it. All right, so now we're going to add a little magnetic clasp. So again, very similar. We're just going to open up that jump ring. And I'm going to attach it to one side of my little clasp there. Attach it to my chain. And come in and give that a nice little gentle twist close. And now we're just going to repeat on the other side. And this is just a really fun, quick and easy way to make this beautiful, delicate bracelet. It's just a really fun piece to wear. Really, really lovely. And these Zola elements just really make it the piece shine. All right. Nice, good closure there. All right, and then we are all finished. So I'm going to go ahead and slip this on my wrist just so you can kind of see how it lays. So it's very nice. It has a nice little dangle there that just heads down the wrist, and you have this beautiful color on the back and a nice little magnetic clasp for easy closure and easy wear. You can just see that I just kind of laid it on my wrist, and those two magnetic ends, they found each other. All right, so you can make this in either colorway, and I think both are equally as beautiful, thanks to the beautiful Zola Elements chain there. Yep, let me flip that around. There we go. All right, so that is how to make the Tanzania bracelet, and you can get all of these supplies and even more videos, and to find out even more about Zola Elements, head over to Beadaholique.com.